In this video, you are going to discover the smartest route to 10,000 hours per month in 2025. There won't be any fancy editing or animations, so if you're just looking for entertainment, this isn't the right video for you. However, if you are part of that minority of ambitious individuals who wants to become financially free and not have to work an unfulfilling 9-to-5 job until the age of retirement, then this video will give you everything you need to start and scale your business to 10,000 hours per month. Now, since it's probably the first time you and I meet, why should you even listen to me? My name is Fred, and I'm an entrepreneur originally from the lower middle class. Over 5 years ago, I was struggling financially, and then I built a profitable done-for-you lead generation service for entrepreneurs, and nowadays I make upwards of $1,000 a day with my own consulting business. And on my channel, I share my journey, but also step-by-step strategies so you can become financially free. The first step in order to make this possible is to pick the right vehicle, and it's the most important step by far. If you mess this one up, everything that you do after really doesn't matter. And I see so many people fail in business, beginners, because they pick the wrong business opportunity. But don't take it from me, because Warren Buffett said it himself. It doesn't matter how hard you row, it matters what boat you're in. To give you an example, you could be working 12 hours a day in a fast food joint, but no matter how hard you work, no matter how committed you are, you will never make $1 million just with that job alone. But this also applies to business. You could be working 10-12 hours a day on a dropshipping business, but because you have low profit margins, 5 to 20% at most, if you made $10,000 in a month, congrats, it's an achievement. Most people never achieve this in a lifetime. However, how much would you really keep out of that $10,000? Well, considering on average profit margins are 5 to 20% in e-commerce, you would only keep $500 up to $2,000 out of $10,000 initially. So as you can see, it's really not much. So with these kinds of business models, in my humble opinion, the effort to reward ratio simply isn't worth it. And unfortunately, this is going to be the case with most physical product-based businesses like dropshipping or Amazon FBA. And on top of that, to be able to start these kinds of businesses, you would need at least $5,000 to $10,000 if you want to have a good budget to spend on paid ads without a guarantee you are going to get paying customers in return. And back in 2019-2020, with one of my friends, I was still in high school at the time, but he had a part-time job, so we decided to partner up and to work on a dropshipping store together. So we found a cool winning product, a flat squeeze mop, and we built a Shopify store around it. I built the Facebook ads campaign, and in 30 minutes of launching it, we made $50. We sold one product. However, very quickly, Facebook ads ate up all of our budget, so we lost close to $3,000. And all of that for what? One sale only. And deep down, I had always known dropshipping wasn't the best business model, especially not for beginners. And that's why I decided to sell services and later on consulting, so coaching, because I knew that was the best business model ever. Because this business model allows you to work with a few customers to charge high ticket prices between $1,000 to $5,000, and sometimes it can even be more depending on what you offer. And on top of that, most of what you make, it's profit, meaning if you made $10,000, you would keep between 80% to 98%. If you're working on this alone, you have no employees, no contractors, no team members, meaning you would keep $9,998 out of $10,000 initially. And that is completely unheard of, because high profit margins, what it means for you is that you can scale your business faster because you have more capital available to reinvest in the business. So right now, the step I want you to focus on is to save up as much money as you can to receive the guidance that you need to be able to start your business and to invest in softwares. Because yes, you can start a business for completely free nowadays, but 99% of people fail. The simple reason being they're too scared to do the work, and the other thing is they have no one to show them the way. So if you can invest in your education, work with mentors that can show you how it's done, give you a proven step-by-step process, and on top of that, if you can invest into better equipment, then your chances of making that business successful are substantially higher. Because most people fail because they lack clarity, because they have no idea what to do. And so first of all, they invest in the wrong business model. They start a dropshipping business model, and boom, they lose thousands of dollars just like that. So in order to help you, I've recorded a video in which I share with you everything I did step by step to make upwards of $1,000 per day with my own business. And on top of that, I'm going to reveal the only 3 things you need to focus on doing if you're serious about making money. I will leave the link in the description below. Or if you're committed to building your business, you can also directly apply to book a call with me or my team team and we'll see if we can help you. Now the step that comes after that is to pick a niche. This is where things get interesting because we're really starting to focus on your business idea. And when you're picking a niche, what you always want to remember is that you want to find a group of people that have a painful problem and offer a solution that solves it for them. So let me give you a few examples. You could sell fitness coaching to people to help them to get in shape. If you sold someone a $10 ebook, like let's say it's full of healthy recipes, it's great. It can help them, it brings value, but at the same time the likelihood of the person reaching their goals, which is to lose weight, get in shape, build muscle, regain the confidence that they need, while with a $10 healthy recipe ebook, they're very unlikely to achieve that transformation. However, if to give you an example, they paid a fitness coach $1,000 for a 6-week training program, then the likelihood of them reaching their goal, which is to get in shape, is much higher, because not only do they invest a certain amount of money, which means they're committed to doing the work, but on top of that, the coach gives them a step-by-step process and mentors them, helps to keep them accountable. The $10 ebook can't do that for you. So when you're doing consulting or when you sell services, like back then in 2022, I was doing done-for-you lead generation services for entrepreneurs. And some of my clients, they do done-for-you lead generation services for e-commerce brands. They do done-for-you lead generation services for local businesses. Some of them offer video editing, copywriting. There's plenty of services you can offer to businesses. But what's so amazing with this business model is that you only need a few customers to change your life. To make $10,000 per month, all you need is 10 clients at $1,000 or 5 clients at $2,000. And you might think, well, how would people be willing to pay me that much money? If you think that people don't buy for these kinds of prices, it's because you yourself, you've never bought something for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 or even more. But plenty of people do. And like I said, the value that you get from a high-ticket product is much higher than from a $10 ebook. So premium results, premium service comes with a premium price tag. Now to pick a niche, I actually advise that you pick a niche you have an interest in, if possible, you are a part of or have been a part of in the past. So to give you an example, me nowadays, I help ambitious people to start a profitable consulting business so they can finally become financially free and quit their 9-to-5 jobs and go full-time on it. And the reason I do this instead of doing anything else is because that's the problem I dealt with my whole life. I wanted to become successful and wealthy. That was my obsession. And then when I started to make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, then I started to teach others how they could do the same, because that's what I'm passionate about. And because I myself, I'm a part of my niche, I know them better than anyone else, because we all share the same goals and desires. I wanted to start a business so I would be financially free, so I wouldn't have to go and work at a 9-to-5 job I'd hate, clock in, clock out, have 2 weeks of vacations per year and no freedom. I knew life was so much more than that. And I thought, you know what, why would I agree to make $2,000 per month for the rest of my life for a mediocre career when some people drive $300,000 cars? You're not gonna buy a $300,000 car if you make 2 to 3K per month. And growing up in the lower middle class, the dream of most adults around me, it was essentially to just keep working all of their lives, even though they're undervalued, underpaid, but so that one day they can retire at 60 to 70 and collect a small social security and finally have the free time and the money to do all the things that they want. And ever since I was a child, I really felt that was no way to live. I couldn't agree to that. Why wait until you're 60 or 70 to finally enjoy life? You don't even have a guarantee you'll be alive by then. Honestly, can you guarantee me you'll have the energy, the time and the money to do all the things that you want at 60 or 70? No, you can't. If you're honest with yourself, you can't. And would you rather not do these things in your 20s or 30s as opposed to when you're old and you need someone to help you go to the bathroom? So observing most people around me my whole life, people really had it backwards. So now that you have your niche, it's time for you to craft an irresistible offer. And that offer must be so good, it would make people feel stupid if they say no. So for an offer to be good, the perceived value has to be higher than the price people are willing to pay for it. Otherwise, the transaction simply doesn't happen. If we stick with the example of like expensive cars, a $300,000 car, the reason people buy a $300,000 car is because the perceived value of the car is much higher than the price they pay for it. Otherwise, nobody would buy it. Because what the customer buys when they buy a premium car, it's not the car itself. It's not going from point A to point B. If you wanted to go from point A to point B, you could get a Toyota, you could take the bus, but you buy social status, you buy a piece of art, you buy excellent craftsmanship, a lifestyle. That's what you buy. And so to craft a good offer, you need to first know what's the desired outcome of your niche, what do they want. The second element you need to take into consideration is the possibility of success. So if they put in the work or if they get the service that you offer, will they get results? On a scale of 1 to 10, then how likely or how easy is it for them to get results? To give you an example, meditation is a great tool to relieve stress, but most people, they will give up on their meditation practice before they can feel the benefits of it. But if instead they were to take a medication, the possibility of success is pretty much 10 out of 10. They just need to take the pill and that's it. Their stress goes away, even though it's just momentarily. The third element of a great offer is the time frame it takes to help your client to achieve what they want. So the faster it is for your client to get what they want, the more value your product has. And finally, the fourth element of a great offer is the effort and sacrifice it requires. The easier it is for your client to use your product or to gain a benefit from your service or coaching, the more you raise the value of your product once again, because everyone is lazy. So ideally, if you could give people a pill and they would become multimillionaires, or they would cure a disease or get the perfect body, you'd become extremely rich, because people are lazy, they don't want to do the work. And so the easier it is for people to get results with your product or service, again, the higher the perceived value of what you have to offer. Now you may wonder, okay, that's great, how do I get customers? What we do is we use free advertising. So what's free advertising, you may wonder? It's posting content on social media, because when you post content, whether you show your face or not, you attract your ideal customers to you. And that is incredibly powerful, because it means you get to acquire customers for free, and that is what contributes to insanely high profit margins. Now with content, the more you can post, the better, because followers are very irrelevant. Some small accounts make way more money than huge accounts with millions of followers. To give you an example, and you can Google this actually if you don't believe me, there is an influencer who was called Ariana Renee, and she tried to sell t-shirts to her audience, and she couldn't even sell 36 t-shirts with 2.6 million Instagram followers. So that goes to show you, just because you're famous doesn't mean you make a lot of money automatically. While there are small accounts who make a huge amount of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, because they know how to monetize their audience properly. Now when you're able to attract your ideal customers to you, you have to figure out if the people that come your way are qualified for what you have to offer, because not everyone will qualify. So what you do is that you get people to book a call with you, and on that call you will be asking them some questions to understand their current situation and their desired situation, and only if you can help them, you make them an offer to work with you. And so if you can follow this whole process, you will make so much money, you will never worry about the price tag of anything ever again. Now really, I can't go in so much depth in this video, otherwise it's going to be 5 hours long, I'm not even kidding, but that's why, to help you, I recorded a free video in which I explain this process more in depth. If you're interested, the link will be in the description below. And you have to realize, it's action takers who get results. People who sit on the sidelines, they wait for things to happen, they never go anywhere, unfortunately. So if you are part of that minority of ambitious individuals who's committed to building their business so they can become financially free, you can also directly apply to book a call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you to scale your business and become financially free. And with that said, if you found this video helpful, share it with a friend, and together, let's blow up this YouTube channel and empower more people to become financially free. And as a way to thank you, when we get to 100,000 subs, I will be giving away $10,000.